This is a great hair tutorial for any special occasion, from your wedding to prom or just having a really nice romantic dinner out. If you want to recreate this look, then please continue watching this tutorial. First, I'm going to do is brush out all of the tangles and knots in the hair and apply a heat protectant to the ends of the hair. We're going to curl the hair in order to make it easier to work with for this updo. And I find it much longer lasting if you use a dry shampoo to the scalp of the hair prior to doing an updo. This is going to prevent your hair from looking greasy and oily at the end of the day, as well as it adds a little bit more volume. So I'm applying it to the roots and then massaging it into the scalp of the hair, and then making sure that it is distributed evenly throughout the whole entire head. Next, using your favorite way to curl your hair, either with rollers, a curling iron, or a curling wand like I am, just curl your hair. It doesn't have to be perfect and it doesn't have to go any certain order. The reason why we're curling the hair is so that it can give you texture, so it will be easier to create this updo, as well as I find that adding heat to your hair really makes it shiny, so the end finish will look perfect. After we have finished curling all of the hair, we're going to split the top crown area for teasing. This is going to give you volume for the updo. Using thin layers, we're going to spray hairspray to the roots and then start back combing. You can use any type of brush. I find that any brush really does do the work. What's really important is how you pick these sections for the hair. You don't want to go too at the center and the portion is too small. Then you would have like a cone-shaped head, and you don't want that. What we want is to grab the portion the majority across the head. That's going to really help with creating that fullness and the volume. Now we're going to take the section that we've already teased and we're going to smooth the edges and twist the bottom. Loosely twist and then tuck it under. This is going to give you that perfect volume for the top of the hair. Once you find it to be perfectly placed, start bobby pinning all of it in place. Make sure that it's very secure. I like to crisscross the bobby pins to ensure that it is really, really secure. You don't want it to fall at the end of the day. Depending on your length of hair, for the ends, I like to twist it and then tuck it under the bump that we just made. Now dividing the bottom section into 3, and we're going to work with the center section first. Using 1-inch sections of your hair, loop it around your fingers, but loosely, and then just using bobby pins to place it in different directions. We don't want it to look uniform. The messier the better, I find, and the looser it is, it's going to look more romantic. You don't want anyone to look at the hair and notice where it starts and begins. So you can loop through the holes that you've already made and just place it in place wherever you'd like. There isn't really a formula to this look. You just kind of go along with the hair depending on the length of hair that you have. If you have longer hair, then of course you're going to have to loop the hair around your fingers more than once. And of course, if it doesn't work out the first time that you've already looped it around, you can just undo it and start over again for each loop. And then on the side, I find it to be a lot more challenging because you don't want it to be too tight, because then the look won't look as romantic and effortless. So what I do is I roll it till the end and leave it loosely, then I will pin it to the side of the hair. Make sure everything is in place and we're almost finished. You can leave your hair like this, or you can actually accessorize it with a beautiful flower or a hairpiece like I am. I like to apply it to the side of the hair so you can still see the beautiful volume on the top, and then make sure you secure it with some bobby pins. We ran out of blonde color bronze bobby pins, so I'm unfortunately having to use black ones, but of course if your hair is dark, use the bobby pin accordingly. Now moving on to the bangs. I like to use my straightener to curl the bangs to give it the most natural look. This way there isn't any crease and it's much easier to maneuver. In order to make the hair look more effortless, I like to tuck the bangs in with a bobby pin to hide any type of bobby pins that you need to use for the bangs. And that is the end finished look. It looks beautiful just like this without any other accessory, but of course a bridal look would not be completed without a veil. So right where we did the twist to tuck away the ends, that's a perfect place to place in the veil. Then you just fluff the veil a little bit, and my secret trick is to spray a little bit of hairspray into the veil so that it will stay in place, and that is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick tutorial and hope that you find it helpful. This is the sneak peek of the beautiful bridal makeup. Please come back at the end of next week for the tutorial. Bye!